This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some big updates to share with you. President Biden receiving pressure to pass executive actions. Could there be an executive order for federal gas stimulus checks on a monthly basis? I'll give you more details on that. The White House and Jeff Bezos had a feud about inflation. You don't want to miss what was said there. I'll play you a video clip of what was said. There's $750 checks going out in one state, and another state has just extended their gas tax holiday. And I'll give you some other more important updates as well. Hope you're having a great July 4th. Happy July 4th to you and America. Hope you're having a great day. So today my wife is working a 24-hour shift. She usually has to work the holidays, and just gonna hang out with the kids, take it easy, maybe check out some fireworks at the beach or something. Let me know, are you doing anything fun today for July 4th? Speaking of July 4th, inflation is raising the cost of summer barbecues by 17% to $70 on average before alcohol. So prices are really high, so it looks like people may not be doing as much. We'll see. As the cost of cookout staples like hamburger buns and ice cream surge, the tab for a traditional 4th of July spread is about $10 more than last year. So yeah, its prices have gone up 17%. Some items on the barbecue menu have surged, particularly when it comes to meat. The price for 2 pounds of ground beef has gone up by 36% to $11.12. Pretty crazy. Skinless chicken breast has increased by 33% to $8.99, and the prices just keep going up with a lot of other food items. But let me know, are you doing anything fun today? Next. News analysis, pressure builds on Biden to turn to executive action despite its limits and risks. So we've heard this for months. President Biden to take some type of executive action, do an executive order to try to help out more Americans. Well, with this one, in terms of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, so some are calling for him to do executive action with that. And Pramila Jayapal says the White House needs to move faster and do more on at least the executive actions that we've already outlined for them, that we've been in discussion with them on, saying it feels like delays overwhelm the actual action. So that seems to be a tough part of President Biden's presidency so far. It seems that there's been a disconnect between what's been said and what's been done. With inflation rising and the White House and the president saying that it's going to go down, something will happen, but inflation just keeps going up. So it seems like it's out of control. But should there be executive action for a type of stimulus? And it could be a gas stimulus check or anything to help out the American people. Well, according to this article, stimulus update, federal gas rebate checks worth $100 a month forthcoming. So this could be on a federal level, but does the president have the ability to give out federal stimulus checks, federal gas checks, or federal checks on any level through executive action? Well, if we look in the past, former President Trump did do that for unemployment and the unemployment boost. So he was able to take funds from FEMA, which was supposed to be for disaster relief, and was able to use that to help pay people through the unemployment boost during the pandemic. So if that was done, potentially this could be done too. Supposedly there could be federal action for student loan forgiveness. There's a lot of federal action that we're waiting for, but still not much is being done. When it comes to the federal rebate checks worth $100 a month, so this all depends on if this passes through Congress. So this bill particularly wouldn't pass just from executive action. But this one proposal is a federal gas stimulus check that would give eligible Americans $100 a month through the end of the year for as long as the price of gas exceeds $4 a gallon, which it is right now. So $100 a month, would that be helpful? Should this be a type of thing to pass through executive order? Let me know your thoughts, or should there be a higher check? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. When it comes to the White House and Jeff Bezos, so White House hits back at Jeff Bezos saying it's not surprising he thinks oil and gas companies should reap record profits at the expense of the American people. Take a look at what was said between Jeff Bezos and the White House, and I'm curious, which side do you take on this? Take a look at this video clip right here and let me know your thoughts.
Rich, Jeff Bezos is slamming President Biden for asking gas companies yesterday to lower their prices at the pump. Bezos tweeting, quote, "Inflation is far too important a problem for the White House to keep making statements like this. It's either straight ahead misdirection or a deep misunderstanding of basic market dynamics. Gas prices have been slowly dropping lately, but remember, the average per gallon was $2.39 when the president took office, $3.53 when Russia invaded Ukraine in February, and today the average is $4.81. New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew joins us now. He's a member of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Congressman, welcome and thank you for being here. Before we get started, I want to put up the White House response to Bezos' criticism. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre tweeting, quote, "Oil prices have dropped by about $15 over the past month, but prices at the pump have barely come down. That's not basic market dynamics. It's a market that is failing the American consumer." Your response?
The president's being intellectually dishonest. We're playing with fractions right here. Frankly, what he's doing is what he always does for all of the problems that he's created, the blame game. The blame falls with him. You know what leadership is? What a real president does? A real president stands up, says, look, I made a real bad mistake when I limited the number of permits out there. I increased the red tape out there, and I just closed down the oil industry in every single way I could. How could the prices not go up? And he wants to blame Ukraine or the war in Ukraine, and that's nonsense as well, because frankly, if he had been a strong president, and he's not, he's weak and he's feckless, and Putin knew that, so he went ahead with this war. This would have never happened with a strong president. I guarantee if Donald Trump was there, this wouldn't have happened. He would have stood up and told Putin to stop it, and it wouldn't have occurred. This is all, every bit of it is due to this president and his bad, misplaced policies, and he's blaming others. And he may be cognitively impaired, but he seems to be smart enough to always blame somebody else for his own screw-ups.
Well, in South Dakota, Governor Kristi Noem, Republican of South Dakota, was slamming Biden's energy policies this morning. Take a listen.
I think that a lot of energy policies should be addressed. A lot of them with opening up American energy supply again. I wish he wouldn't have canceled the Keystone Pipeline. I wish he wouldn't have stopped drilling on federal lands. I wish he wouldn't hit so many of our energy industry partners with regulations and fines and penalties. He's made us much more dependent on our enemies, on foreign soil.
Congressman, you clearly share some of the same sentiments of the governor there. But my question to you is, should the midterms go your party's way in November, and assuming gas prices are going to continue to be similar to what they are, what is your party willing to do to help Americans out in the future? What can you do?
Well, one of the things we're going to do is never vote to perpetuate policies like that. Unfortunately, that was an executive order. Most of the bad things he's done certainly have been initiated by him and then pushed through Congress. So we're not voting for anything like that. Secondly, we are going to squeeze him as hard as we can, because he's got to know that this is not acceptable and that we want to open this energy portfolio up and that we can help people. The issue here is we're number one in energy. Actually, we should be number one in everything, and we could be, but we can't because of him. But we do have the potential to be number one in energy. Instead, he crawls on his knees to Venezuela, to the Mideast, to Iran, to individuals and groups that are literally bad and evil to their core, and begs them. And that's the wrong thing to do. So we're not going to do that. And we're going to squeeze the daylights out of him to do the right thing. If he's going to want anything from this new Congress, he better do some listening.
So what are your thoughts on that? Whose side do you agree with more, Jeff Bezos or the White House? Let me know your thoughts on that. So in terms of gas tax holiday, so it looks like one state has once again extended it. So Governor Kemp once again extends Georgia's gas tax suspension. So meaning that kind of what President Biden was pushing for a federal gas tax holiday, which is still being held up, this is going to do it on a state level. So Kemp made the announcement on Friday, while also mentioning he renewed the state of emergency supply of chain disruptions executive order. So yeah, extending the gas tax holiday. So Georgia's gasoline price normally includes a federal tax of 18.4 cents per gallon and a state tax of 29.1 cents per gallon. A number of cities and counties also charge taxes. So federal taxes on diesel fuel are 24.4 cents per gallon, and Georgia's tax on diesel is 32.6 cents per gallon. So basically, the state level 29.6% for regular gas, and then 32.6% for diesel gas is how much Georgians are saving. Is that enough? Let me know your thoughts on that. And then also stimulus checks going on in another state here. So StimWin, special stimulus checks worth $750 available to more than 500,000 Americans, but you'll need to apply by an exact date. So I'll let you know the date. I'll give you more details on it. So this is more than 500,000 Americans in Minnesota are eligible to apply for a stimulus payment worth $750. Officials have estimated 667,000 checks to be sent out, but the deadline to apply is July 22nd. And so they're saying payments are due to be worth $750, but could rise up to $1,500 per person depending on the number of applicants. So depending on how many people apply before July 22nd in Minnesota could determine the price of that check. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Belle's tip of the day, and what I want to tell you is always stay happy. Always be glad for your family, because your family is the ones who made you and made you. So everybody, hope you have a good July 4th. Bye! Now?
Thank you so much for watching, especially on a day like July 4th. Thanks for spending some time with me. Just gonna hang out with the girls today and yeah, go check out some fireworks. Not really a griller or barbecue person myself, but we'll see what we could cook up today and celebrate. Hopefully you have a great July 4th, great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos, you could click up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.